Sign up at the end of this review to get my personal gear list.
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Hey guys, Tony Polecastro here from the Acoustic Letter, and today is a great day. We have Tommy Emmanuel here in the studio. He just got done with the sound check. He's playing up the street, and he took some time out for us to come and chat some guitar. So we are going to chat guitar. And Tommy,
Our favorite subject.
Our favorite subject.
Exactly.
And to be quite honest with you, it was very cool. We went over to Soundcheck, and I walked in, and you were in back playing one of Kevin Kopp's guitars, the local builder.
Yeah.
And
I love
immediately,
Kevin's guitars.
they're fantastic.
They are. Yeah.
Immediately, I noticed you were holding the guitar, you were playing it, but you weren't just like playing. You were digging in. I mean, you were checking it out. You were giving it the run through.
Whenever I play a guitar especially one that I'm interested in, if a guitar's has a good sound, has a good feel to it, then I'll want to play it for a while. I don't want to just pick it up and go, oh yeah, it sounds good, and move on. I want to get to know this baby.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The same as your D35 here.
Yeah.
That's a great sounding Maton.
Thank you.
And I could play that thing all day. So.
We can negotiate. No, I'm just kidding. No, also our viewers, we've had some questions. Speaking of guitars,
okay,
we've had some questions about Maton guitars, and that is your primary stage instrument.
It is, yeah. I've been playing Maton guitars since 1960, which is a long time. And my first real good guitar was a Maton. It was electric, a solid body, called a Master Sound, I didn't really get into acoustics until later on. I started on the electric guitar, and then I moved to the acoustic later on in life. The guitars that I travel with, that I play all my concerts with, this is my main one here. It's called a EBG 808. And it has the AP5 pickup system in it, which is everything on board here. 6 individual piezos here and a microphone. I've done a bit of hot rodding here, as you can see. I've got a little gaff tape holding stuff in here, but I wanted to get the mic free of the body and just hanging in midair, so pointing like that. So that's what I did there. I did it in a bit of a hurry the other day before I left to go on tour. So it's holding together with gaff, but normally the Maton comes with a microphone, and it goes up inside a piece of foam, foam rubber kind of stuff, and it just sits there like that, and it's a beautiful placement, This particular model, which I have 2 of these on the road, this is an indigenous Australian maple called a Queensland maple.
Very cool.
It's a mahogany neck and a Sitka spruce top, rosewood fingerboard, and saddle. So these guitars are really well made. This is a custom shop model made by a guy named Andy Allen.
Okay.
And it's got a good acoustic sound.
Sounds gorgeous.
Nice and even. But the thing I like about them is they're so player friendly. They're set up so well. The neck's nice and slim, and it's a different beast to the Maton or the Gibson or the Taylor or the Larrivee. It's a different beast altogether.
Yeah.
And the pickup system is so good. You just plug it in and turn it on and bring it up through the PA. And as you heard at Soundcheck, the sound is right there. There's a lot of front on the note. Some pickups, especially older style pickups from like 10 years ago, there was almost a delay in the PA of the note. Yeah. Either that or it would square wave, like the Japanese ones, the early Japanese ones. They had plenty of volume, but it was kind of a strange sound. You didn't hear the guitar, you heard the pickup.
Right.
Nowadays, of course, everybody's making good pickups, and but these Maton pickups are my favorite. I can play really gently, and you'll hear every nuance of what I'm doing.
That's one thing I noticed, when we were at Soundcheck and you were playing through the system, but both acoustically, you're playing. The dynamic range of your playing is significant.
Yeah, it's from a whisper to a roar.
Oh yeah, I mean, and Can you tell me a little bit about your approach to dynamics? I mean, you seem to do it very consciously.
What I do is I think like a band and a singer. So when I'm playing a tune, the lead singer's here. Right? So that's the singer, and this is.
That's excellent.
That's the band backing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm thinking like a band, and that's the difference. I never think like I'm just one guitar player, and that's it. You know, I'm thinking like a band, and the songs, the way I write songs or arrange is in very much as if it was for a band.
That's one thing I was trying to jot notes when you were sound checking. We were sitting there, and I put control. I wrote down control.
Yeah.
And seeing you play, you have control over all these parts. You can hear the bass line. You can hear the melody.
Yeah.
When the chords come in, they're lush, they're full, they're not overpowering the melody.
No,
it's a complete package. And one of the cool things, some of our Acoustic Letter followers wrote in with some questions, and one of them was, do you find it hard, or how do you make it as a solo guitarist? And I think that plays to that a little bit. Could you explain?
It's the same principle as anything else. You got to think like, I'm going to give these people everything I got. I never ever think like, well, I'm just a solo guitar player. How can I possibly, see myself as being a huge success in the world? I've never ever thought that way. I've always thought, if you can't give these people a good time, get out of the way and let me on. That's always been my attitude. And if you want a big crowd, make a big sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make a big sound and really mean it.
If
you want a big crowd.
It's
simple, really. Growing up in Australia, having to make a living playing in pubs and clubs where people are drinking and they're noisy and all that, you've got to hit people over the head with something that'll get their attention. That was my training ground.
Yeah.
And all the time I was going through that, hell of playing everything as loud and as fast and as hard as you possibly can, so you got your pay at the end of the night and people had a good time. That was like boot camp, but at the whole time I was doing that, my dream was to do what I'm doing now, to travel the world and be a concert player. So it was like, this is what I'm doing, that's where I want to be, how do I get there? Well, I got to stick at it. I got to be disciplined. I got to be. There's got to be quality and integrity in everything I do, and I've got to be consistent, and get people's attention,
Absolutely.
So it's taken a long time.
So you've had your eyes on the prize.
All the time.
All the time.
I still do.
I was just going to say. So you seem like you are constantly going. Even during Soundcheck, I'm like listening to some of the songs. And I'm thinking, wow, you're going at it in Soundcheck.
Absolutely.
You're just laying it out there.
Absolutely. Well, there's two reasons why I really go for it at Soundcheck. Firstly, I want to hear what the PA is going to do, and for me and my sound man, we want to hear the boundaries of what we're working with. I like to play loud at Soundcheck because then I can hear everything, and then during the concert I know what dynamic range I've got. And the other thing is, I need to play like I'm playing the concert. If I come out there and go, oh yeah, it sounds good, right? And we set everything, and then I come out full of adrenaline and excitement for the crowd, and then everything goes into the red. You can't do that. You got to play at Soundcheck how you play at the gig.
Absolutely.
And the other thing for me is it kickstarts my motor inside. I get going, I get excited, and I'm revved up, ready to go.
Excellent.
Yeah. Got all these sounds. You got this as well. See, I had that marked up so I can go.